You're stuck in a loop, constantly moving but never truly living. You're chasing goals, ticking off boxes. But what if all that effort is actually a distraction from the one thing that could change your entire life? Every moment you ignore the present, you're throwing away your chance to actually live. How long are you going to let this cycle continue? The question is, how much longer are you going to keep running from the now? Is your future really worth it if you keep sacrificing your present for an illusion of success? Time's running out. Will you wake up and start living before it's too late? If you're truly committed to your personal growth, now's the perfect moment to take action. Subscribe to our channel Motivation Basics and like this video if you're committed to improve every day. Don't keep this to yourself and share it with someone who's ready to break through their own barriers today. Let's stop talking and start doing this together. This moment presents a unique opportunity for those of us who have struggled to live mindfully and fully embrace the present. It's already here. But how can we break free from the mental patterns that keep us stuck in the past or anxious about the future? In this script, we'll explore how we can begin to take these teachings and apply them to our lives right now. We'll look at practical ways to stop the endless cycle of thinking and start truly living in the present moment. In his book, The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle shares that realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. This is a powerful realization as it brings our attention back to the only time we have. Our practice of becoming aware and accepting this moment is transformative, as Tolle beautifully explains in his work. The key here is not just to be aware of the present, but to actively embrace it, something many of us overlook in our busy lives. The present moment is the only moment that exists. Imagine for a moment that there is no past, no future, only now. It sounds simple, yet it is one of the most challenging ideas to grasp in our busy, fast-paced world. Most of us spend the majority of our time either dwelling on what has already happened or worrying about what is yet to come. The present moment often feels elusive, slipping through our fingers like sand. How can we make the present moment our anchor? Eckhart Tolle invites us to consider this. You are here to enable the divine purpose of the universe to unfold. That is how important you are. This reminder not only highlights the significance of each individual in the grand scope of life, but also how the divine purpose unfolds in the present, in the now. When we talk about the now, we're not referring to some abstract or distant concept. We're talking about our immediate experience in this very moment. The air on our skin, the sounds around us, the sensations in our body, and the thoughts that arise. All of this is happening in the now, and it is the only thing that truly exists. Past is a memory, and the future is a projection, both of which are mere illusions. Yet, it's so easy to get swept away in them, especially in today's world. The constant influx of information, the pressure to perform, and the future-oriented goals keep us from fully experiencing the present. True peace and joy can only be found when we stop mentally escaping the present moment. For many, the mind is a noisy neighbor, constantly talking about what happened yesterday, or what might happen yesterday, or what might happen tomorrow. These thoughts are not bad in themselves, but when we let them dominate our lives, we lose touch with the only real moment, the now. Tolle's wisdom here speaks volumes. The past has no power over the present moment. This powerful reminder encourages us to stop attaching our identity to what has been or what could be, and instead simply be. Let's commit to breaking free from this prison of the mind. Let's aim to stop the continuous cycle of thinking about the past or future, and instead begin to embrace the now. This may sound easier said than done, but the beauty of the now is that it is always here, waiting for us. We simply need to stop and notice it. Step 1. Awareness and acceptance of the present moment. The first step in truly living in the now is awareness. Becoming aware of the present moment requires us to shift our attention from our thoughts to our direct experience. In other words, we need to stop identifying with the mind and instead observe it. This is where the practice of mindfulness comes in, paying attention to the sights, sounds, feelings, and sensations around us without judgment or attachment. Eckhart Tolle elaborates on this by stating, "Awareness is the greatest agent for change. Being aware of what is happening in the present is where transformation begins. It invites us to become observers of our thoughts, noticing them without getting caught up in them. Mindfulness then becomes the tool for self-awareness, allowing us to witness our experiences in real time." But becoming aware is only part of the equation. The next step is acceptance. The truth is, we often resist the present moment because it doesn't always align with our expectations or desires. We may wish for things to be different, for a situation to change, or for the future to unfold in a specific way. When we resist the present moment, we create internal conflict. This internal conflict arises because our mind tends to reject what is happening right now, imagining a different reality. For example, if we're stuck in traffic or facing an uncomfortable situation, our mind may argue that this moment shouldn't exist or that things should be different. But in doing so, we add another layer of frustration and discontent. The reality is that this moment is already here, whether we accept it or not. Eckhart Tolle captures this beautifully. Whatever you think the world is withholding from you, you are withholding from the world. Acceptance doesn't mean resignation. It doesn't mean we stop trying to improve our circumstances or pursuing our goals. Acceptance means acknowledging the present moment exactly as it is, without wishing it were different, and from that place, moving forward. When we accept what is, we begin to release the tension that comes from trying to control or manipulate every situation. It's from this place of acceptance that we can respond to life more clearly and with greater peace of mind. A good way to practice this is by taking moments throughout your day to pause and check in with yourself. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and simply observe what is happening in this moment. Feel the sensations in your body. Notice the sounds around you. Acknowledge any thoughts or feelings that arise without getting attached to them. This simple practice of awareness and acceptance is the foundation of living in the now. Step 2. Letting go of the past and future. Living in the now also means letting go of the mental habits that keep us stuck in the past or future. How often do you catch yourself thinking about past events, whether they were good or bad? How often do you worry about what might happen tomorrow or the next year? These mental habits may feel natural, but they take us out of the present. Eckhart Tolle addresses the impact of living in the past or future with the following. You cannot find yourself by going into the past. You can only find yourself now. This wisdom reinforces the notion that the past, while informative, is a mere shadow of what has been. It doesn't hold the keys to our future. The future, on the other hand, is an idea that hasn't yet come to pass. The past no longer exists. It is merely a collection of memories stored in our minds. These memories may evoke emotions or bring up thoughts about how things could have been different, but the past has no true power in the present moment. Similarly, the future hasn't happened yet, and all we know about it is based entirely on our imagination. The future is unknown and uncertain, and when we dwell on it excessively, we create anxiety and stress. Neither the past nor the future hold any real substance in the now. Yet we often allow these mental constructions to dominate our attention and take us away from the present moment. Practice of presence invites us to gently bring our focus back to the now whenever we find ourselves lost in the past or future. When you notice that your mind has wandered, simply acknowledge it and then return your attention to the present moment. This could mean paying attention to your breathing, the sensation of your feet on the ground, or the sounds in your environment. By doing this, we strengthen our ability to stay anchored in the present, no longer allowing time to rule over us. By making the conscious decision to let go of the past and the future, we free ourselves from the prison of time. We stop living in the constraints of what was and what could be, and we open ourselves up to the richness of life as it unfolds. Life is always happening in the present, and when we choose to live in the now, we begin to experience a deeper sense of connection with our surroundings and a heightened appreciation for what's happening right before us. Step 3. Practicing presence in everyday activities. Living in the now doesn't mean we have to meditate for hours or sit in silence all day. Presence can be practiced in every moment of our lives, whether we're eating, walking, talking, or working. Eckhart Tolle, in The Power of Now, emphasizes, realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. This idea can transform simple tasks into opportunities for mindfulness. For example, when eating, instead of rushing through your meal while distracted by your phone or thoughts, slow down and truly savor each bite. Pay attention to the taste. Pay attention to the taste, texture, and aroma of the food. Tolle puts it in a new earth. When you eat, eat. When you drink, drink. This practice invites us to experience food fully, without distractions, appreciating it for what it is in the present moment. Similarly, when walking, focus on the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the rhythm of your breath, and the sights around you. Tolle suggests, walk as if you are kissing the earth with your feet. This imagery reminds us to slow down and connect with the act of walking itself, its grounding and natural rhythm. Notice the breeze, the sounds, and the colors. These moments, free from mental distractions, allow us to embrace the now. We can bring mindfulness to even simple tasks like washing dishes or answering emails. Tolle reminds us in The Power of Now, life will give you whatever experience is most helpful, for the ever experience is most helpful for the evolution of your consciousness. Each moment, no matter how mundane, holds the potential for deeper presence if we choose to engage with it fully. By practicing presence, we begin to experience life more richly. Tolle says, the present moment is the only time over which you have any power. When we embrace the now, we free ourselves from the past and future, finding peace in the present. Each moment, each task, becomes an opportunity to reconnect with our true selves. As we live in the now, we discover a joy that transcends time, finding fulfillment in simply being. As we've seen, the journey of truly living in the now is not an abstract concept, but a practical, grounded experience. It requires a shift in how we approach each moment, and there's no better time to start than now. The core of being present revolves around the power of mindfulness, and by tapping into this power, we can begin to experience life in a deeper, more fulfilling way. Eckhart Tolle, in his book, The Power of Now, reminds us that the present moment is all you ever have. By being fully present, we let go of the past and future, which are often filled with unnecessary mental chatter and distractions. It's this shift in awareness that allows us to fully embrace the now and create space for peace and true living. Living in the now isn't about being constantly perfect in our presence. It's about recognizing the importance of the present moment and making the conscious effort to stay anchored in it. Yet, the path to living in the now is not always easy. Our minds have a tendency to wander, and distractions are everywhere. The good news is that it's not about perfecting our presence, but about practicing it consistently. It's a lifelong journey of awareness, acceptance, and presence. And that's where the true transformation begins. But how can we continue this practice beyond a brief moment of mindfulness? How can we sustain a state of presence in the face of daily challenges and distractions? And what does it mean to truly live in the now, rather than just experience fleeting moments of it? In A New Earth, Eckhart Tolle explores the idea that the more you live in the present moment, the more you become aligned with the flow of life. This flow allows us to experience peace and fulfillment, even in the midst of challenges. The ability to live in the present moment doesn't depend on our external circumstances, but on our internal state of awareness. By shifting our perception, we can find harmony in every moment. As we move forward in this journey, we'll explore some of the practical ways to integrate the power of presence into our daily lives and how to keep that connection to the now alive. No matter what life brings, living in the present moment is not a one-time fix. It's a continuous, mindful practice. In the first part, we explored the foundational concept of the present moment and how easily we can get trapped in the cycle of distractions, worries, and mindless habits. But now, let's dive deeper into actionable steps that can help us stay anchored in the now on a day-to-day basis. One of the most significant aspects of truly living in the present is learning how to quiet the mind. Our internal chatter can be a major obstacle to presence. It's the voice that tells you that you should be somewhere else, doing something else, or that you're not good enough. It's the voice that fills your head with endless thoughts about the past or future. To truly live in the now, we must understand that we are not our thoughts. You are the observer of those thoughts. The more you begin to separate yourself from your thoughts, the more space you create for peace and presence. Simple practice is to notice when your mind starts to drift into unnecessary thinking. When this happens, gently bring your attention back to the present. You can do this by focusing on your breath, the sensations in your body, or simply noticing what's happening around you. Whether it's the sounds, sights, or even the feeling of the ground beneath your feet. This shift from identifying with your thoughts to observing them creates the mental space required for true presence. It's about learning to silence the inner noise, not by force but through a natural process of awareness. Every time you catch your mind wandering and bring it back to the moment, you're strengthening your ability to live in the now. In The Power of Now, Tolle writes, when you realize there is no self, you enter the realm of awareness. This deep awareness is key to living in the present moment. It allows us to separate our identity from the constant chatter of the mind, which can bring both inner peace and the clarity needed to embrace the now. Another essential practice is mindfulness. Mindfulness is the art of being fully engaged in whatever you're doing, no matter how small or mundane. Whether you're eating, walking, or simply having a conversation, mindfulness encourages you to direct your complete attention to the task at hand. Most of us go through the motions of our daily activities while our minds are preoccupied with worries or distractions. It's time to shift that pattern. Start by paying attention to the details, the taste, the textures, the sounds, the feelings. This helps you stay present and connected to the moment. You might be thinking, but I have so much to do. How can I possibly stay mindful with everything on my plate? The truth is, mindfulness doesn't require more time. It only requires more presence. You don't need extra hours in your day to practice being in the now. In fact, the more present you are in each moment, the more you will accomplish with less stress. When you give your full attention to the task you're doing, you're naturally more efficient and focused. This, in turn, helps you clear mental clutter and frees up time for the things that truly matter. In A New Earth, Tolle explains, when you become present with the task at hand, you realize you don't have to struggle with time. The mind is what creates the illusion of time. By becoming truly present, we no longer feel overwhelmed by the demand of time, and we can fully engage in whatever we are doing. But it's not just about how you spend your time, it's about how you experience your time. Instead of rushing through tasks, take a step back and notice the moments within each task. The beauty of living in the present moment is that it allows you to be fully aware of your surroundings and experiences, no matter how simple or routine they may seem. Living in the present moment means being mindful of each step, each task, and each interaction. In our busy, fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the rush of life. constantly thinking about what comes next. But when you pause and take in the present moment, you open yourself up to a new level of awareness. You begin to see and appreciate things that would otherwise go unnoticed. It's a mindset shift that has the potential to transform every aspect of your life. Instead of living on autopilot, you become an active participant in each moment. Whether you're doing something as simple as having a cup of coffee or as complex as working on a project, you become more deeply engaged in the experience. When you're truly present, everything becomes richer, more meaningful. Eckhart Tolle's teaching invites us to experience the present moment as if it were the most precious thing in the world. By doing so, we deepen our connection to life and make every moment more fulfilling. Let's take a deeper look at the concept of surrender. Surrendering to the present moment doesn't mean giving up or resigning yourself to a life of passivity. Instead, surrender means letting go of resistance to what is. It's about accepting the flow of life without trying to control every detail. Resistance often arises when we don't like something in the present moment. We wish it were different, or we want to escape it. But this only creates tension and keeps us stuck in the past or future. Surrendering to the moment is about embracing what is, without judgment or resistance. This doesn't mean that you have to like everything that happens, but it does mean that you stop fighting against it. When you stop resisting, you open yourself up to a deeper sense of peace. Life becomes less of a struggle and more of an unfolding. Every moment, no matter how challenging, can be seen as an opportunity for growth. You may not always have control over your circumstances, but you do have control over how you respond to them. In his book, The Power of Now, Eckhart Tolle refers to the importance of surrender as a practice of letting go. Surrender is the simple but profound wisdom of yielding to rather than opposing the flow of life. This wisdom invites us to accept life as it is, moment by moment, and surrender to its flow without resistance. Surrendering does not mean weakness, but an active choice to embrace what is and open ourselves to deeper peace. But how do you surrender when life feels overwhelming? It begins with recognizing that every situation, no matter how difficult, is an opportunity for growth. In moments of stress or discomfort, take a deep breath and remind yourself that this moment too shall pass. Instead of wishing it away, ask yourself what lesson you can learn from it. What can you gain from this moment? This shift in mindset, from resistance to acceptance, creates an entirely new experience of life. You move from being a passive observer of your life to an active participant, ready to grow and learn from every situation. Tolle also speaks to this process of learning in his work, A New Earth, where he states, "You do not become good by trying to be good, but by finding the goodness that is already within you." Surrendering to the now involves connecting with your deeper self and allowing whatever challenges arise to reveal that wisdom already within. This practice is not just about letting go, but about tapping into an inner well of growth and transformation that already exists in the present moment. This doesn't mean that life will suddenly become easy. Challenges will still arise, but you'll find that you handle them with greater calm and clarity. The key to surrender is not in avoiding discomfort, but in embracing it and allowing yourself to move through it with an open heart and mind. Surrendering is not about giving up, but about letting go of the need to control every aspect of your life. When you release this need, you create space for peace to flow in. Next, let's explore how we can integrate the practices of presence and surrender into our relationships, work, and everyday activities. These practices are powerful on their own, but they truly come to life when applied to the many aspects of our lives. The way you interact with others, the way you approach your work, and even the way you go about your daily routine can be transformed when you are present and surrendered. Let's start with relationships. In a world where communication is often instant and distracted, it's more important than ever to be fully present with the people in our lives. Whether you're interacting with a partner, a friend, a colleague, or even a stranger, being truly present means giving them your full attention, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. When you're truly present with someone, you listen without judgment, without planning your next response. You simply hear them, see them, and allow them to be who they are in that moment. This can be a game changer in your relationships. When you're present, you stop worrying about what others think of you and instead focus on being there for them. You stop being preoccupied with your own thoughts and let the other person know that they matter. This practice can transform your relationships, creating stronger bonds and deeper connections. As Eckhart Tolle wisely points out in The Power of Now, when you listen to someone deeply, without judgment, you are being present with them. You are experiencing the essence of who they are. In relationships, being present becomes a powerful way to connect on a deeper, more authentic level. By tuning into the present moment with the people around you, you create a space for genuine connection and understanding, which in turn transforms your interactions. This practice of presence also extends to how we show up in our work and our productivity. In a fast-paced world, it can be easy to get caught up in the rush to achieve. But true success comes when we are fully present in the process, not just the end result. When you're working, whether it's a project, a meeting, or a creative endeavor, focus all your energy on the task at hand. This doesn't mean being obsessed with perfection, but rather engaging fully with the present moment, even when the task may seem mundane or challenging. By practicing presence in your work, you'll notice that you become more efficient, creative, and less stressed. You'll find that the quality of your work improves, and you become more satisfied with the process itself, not just the outcome. When you're fully present, you bring a level of attention and care that can only enhance what you do. Eckhart Tolle's wisdom on living in the now helps us understand that realize deeply that the present moment is all you ever have. Make the now the primary focus of your life. By making the present the center of your focus, your work becomes a true reflection of your best self, unburdened by anxiety about the past or future. The practice of being present in our work gives us the clarity and energy we need to perform at our best, regardless of the external circumstances. A powerful way to integrate presence into your daily life is through the practice of stillness. In a world that demands constant movement, stillness can seem like a luxury, but it is one of the most effective tools for living in the present. Stillness doesn't mean doing nothing. It means creating space for yourself to simply be. It can be as simple as taking 5 minutes in the morning to sit in silence, breathe deeply, and center yourself. Or it could mean stepping away from your desk to take a quiet walk outside. By incorporating stillness into your day, you allow yourself to reconnect with the present moment and with your true self. In those quiet moments, you give yourself permission to just exist without the pressure of doing. In this space, you can find clarity and peace, which can carry you through the rest of your day with a greater sense of calm. Tolle emphasizes the power of stillness in his book, The Power of Now. You are not the voice in your mind. You are the one who hears it. In stillness, we begin to disidentify with our mental chatter and return to our true essence. By practicing stillness, we reconnect with our deeper sense of being, allowing the present moment to become an anchor in the chaos of everyday life. Living in the present moment isn't about escaping life's challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about learning to approach life with acceptance and presence, no matter what arises. As you continue to practice presence, you'll begin to notice how it transforms your experience. You'll feel more connected to the world around you, more at peace with your thoughts and emotions, and more grounded in the flow of life. It's also about the small, everyday moments where you can choose to be present. Each time you become aware of your thoughts, each time you catch yourself rushing or thinking ahead, you have an opportunity to return to the present. Every breath, every step, and every moment is a chance to come back to the now. And with each return, you deepen your connection to the present moment and to your true self. Living in the present moment is a continual practice that requires intention, awareness, and commitment. By incorporating practices like mindfulness, mental stillness, surrender, and presence into your relationships, work, and daily routines, you can truly experience the transformative power of the present moment. You don't need to wait for a perfect moment to begin. Each moment is perfect for starting your journey. The power of presence is always available to you, and it's in your hands to embrace it fully. Living in the present moment can be a life-changing experience, and it doesn't require anything more than your willingness to step into it. Each moment offers an opportunity to return to presence, and in doing so, to unlock the peace and joy that lie within. So embrace the now, let go of resistance, and step into the flow of life, knowing that everything you need is already here, in this moment. Stop wasting time and make every moment count in your life. Subscribe to Motivation Basics for daily motivational videos on personal growth. Show your commitment by liking the video and commenting the word GROW. Be sure to share it with someone who needs to slow down in life. We're in this together.